the correct way to land an RC model. Now, I'm going to roll around the runway here. I want to show you something. This is real flight I'm using. Now, notice how this airplane, look at what it's doing when it's in the center of the runway. It's getting smaller. Okay, let's start over again. Now, watch this. If we come in at an angle like this and land, then the airplane is going to be going off the runway. You see that? Let me show that again. Now let me show the angle. What I'm saying is if the plane is at an angle like this, which is obvious, it's not lined up with the yellow lines on the runway. And you can see that we would have to do some correcting and manipulation to get it back in the center there on the line. Now see, I'm right on the line now. Look how the plane gets smaller. So this is what we have to think about. Now, let's look at the end of the runway where I'm going to land this plane. I'm going to move it around here. The runway is kind of small for this airplane. This is probably a 33% or maybe bigger, 40% plane. But I'm going to go over here now because what I intend to do is we are going to be out here when we're flying. So we don't want to turn the airplane early and come toward us. You hear a lot of people saying that the airplane should be facing you as it's coming in. And I completely reject this idea. The airplane should be flying over here so it looks like it's actually behind you. Because if you think about the line on this runway, where would this line go? I just asked that question. Do you see the line here? Is the line going to be going that way? No. The line is actually clear out here. Now let me demonstrate that with the plane. Let's just roll the plane out here. Look how far back the plane is. Look how far back it is this direction. Okay? So what we want is we want the airplane to be coming in about right here. Okay? It looks like it's really far behind us. But if we look and we roll toward the runway now, let's watch what happens. It'll be kind of astounding. You notice the plane is getting larger and larger, and what, lo and behold, it's in the center of the runway. You see that? We're now in the center of the runway. So the whole point in this exercise is to show that we do not want the plane to be in the air. And again, I'm showing this on the ground first to make a point. We don't want the airplane to be over here flying in this area, out here, and then making our turn early. We want to make our turn way over here, you see, and then line up with that line. So we don't have to make any corrections, willy-nilly on the runway. So let's fly this thing. So you see, it's very, very difficult to do this. Now, some of the stuff people, they say to do, let's do a landing like I've been seeing about how to land a plane. You turn it this way, okay, and you're supposed to face it right toward you. Okay, now we're facing it right toward us. And then we've got to try to manipulate it around, and get it in on the center of the runway. Okay, so it did work, but we overshot the runway on this side. Let's take off again. Now let's see if we can do a good one. Again, we're going to turn very, very far out, line up, get the wings level. We're going to try to float it right in to the center of this runway. There we go. That is a perfect landing.